Okay, let's find out what is on the western side of the monastery. I'm a little concerned. I feel like we should probably start a new area, or start mapping a new area, but at the same time, I don't know what this new area is, so we'll just start mapping. I'm sure we can convert the rooms to a different area eventually. We find ourselves in a path across the lawn. Outside the monastery's communal dining hall is a small lawn of thick grass. Unlike the yard behind the local ward, the wildlife here is far less tame. Nendoran oaks loom to the south and underbrush crowds out easy passage. A cobbled path leads through the area. Its stones old and smooth, lined at regular intervals with wooden lamp objects. Did we already read this one? I think we did. Or at least we read something very similar. A pea-green Ethron boy takes a surreptitious nap. We'll ignore the boy and continue west. Find ourselves on a well-trod path. This well-trod path is covered by the canopy of Nendor, crowding out much of its natural light. Cobble or two is worked into the hard earth as if the path was once fully paved. However, either by removal or wear, many of them are no longer present. The forest itself looms overhead. Thick trees and tangled underbrush ensure the travelers tread more or less the same path every trip. A few standing lampposts provide meager light at night, their metalwork and treated wood showing many decades of wear. The air here is clear and wild, drawn through the branches and shrubbery from within the forest itself. The path continues to the west while the cobbles grow more common as the trees break off to the east. Okay, so we're in some kind of path, and we're still in the forest of Nendor, so actually I don't feel the need to start mapping a new area, because, again, technically we're in Nendor. Nendor is kind of huge. We're in a well-trod path. Our only exits are east and south, so we'll just go south. Oh, what is this? We find ourselves at an entrance to Errol Village. Errol was the place that the beer from the cellar in the monastery came from. Two tall, majestic trees are on either side of the pathway leading south into the village. The oaks look ancient and strong, their wide trunks many paces across. The ground is packed hard from the passage of visitors in and out, edged by scrubby grass. The path winds north into the trees and south into the village itself. Well, this is neat. We haven't really found another village since Varbandor, although I guess the monastery was kind of villagey. Surrounding you are homes of various types and sizes. We are in a road between the houses. Various types and sizes, from sturdy-looking houses of wood to homes built into the roots and trunks of the forest's ancient trees. Errol itself bustles with the energy of the Ethron and human inhabitants. Most of the activity to the southwest is in the marketplace. A well-packed dirt road leads south towards the main part of the village, as well as north toward one of the town's exits. A pretty Ethron girl walks through Errol, selling a variety of beautiful flowers. A young girl talks animatedly. Clouds move into the area, obscuring the sky. The girl giggles happily. The girl nods. Okay. What are our exits? North and south? Well, let's go south. We're on a road. Surrounding you are homes of various types and sizes and sturdy looking, from houses of wood to homes of... Okay, we already read this. This is the same thing. The only difference is... Actually, there is no difference. No meaningful difference, anyway. Oh, other than Errol itself bustles with the energy of Ethron and human inhabitants. An Aelin man flies past. A trapper walks past in good humor. Looks like we've got the cardinals here. East and south is a closed door. West is the road. I don't really want to go visit people right now. We're looking for Cor Thrandir. So let's just keep going down the road. A heavy wooden door lies to the north. A cat hides in the shadow of the homes. An Ethron God. An Ethron guard is here, nodding at the passerby. So I guess we keep going west to the market. The market has more the feel of a park, the green grass worn through in places by the passage of many feet. Those who walk through the area seem to know one another, calling greetings out and hailing those trappers that often frequent the village. A road leads east to a small cluster of homes, and in all other directions the market continues. It's interesting, this seems to be a pretty happy place. People here seem pretty good. The ground rises a bit, created by a small grassy hill for people to sit on and look over the rest of the market. The traders who stop at the village are greeted warmly, some even keeping a home within Errol's small borders, and the merchants who visit greet them warmly as well, hoping to get the pick of the furs before they reach Varbandor. The market continues to the south and west. Pick of the furs, guys. I think we might have found our place to sell all these pelts we have. Oh no, you are ready to perform another task for Eliaj Onat. Oops. Guess 100 hours already passed. Let's see. The market engine. Pardon me. Let me try and get something to drink here. That went all over my hand. Okay. Hopefully that helps. Oh my goodness. Alright, sorry about that. Wait, what? Oh, for a second there I thought I saw something about vampires. I don't know where I read vampires. The traders are just talking to each other. Okay, the market continues. Traders and merchants emmed? Traders emmed? I love to pick out typos, but honestly, you've seen me type. I make so many as well. Okay, traders and, let's see here. Merchants comparing skins and wares. The ground is worn by the passage of many people, and the breeze that trickles through keeps the market nice and cool. Ancient trees block passage to the north, but the market continues to the west, east, and south. A human trapper haggles over the worth of his furs. A merchant haggles furiously. The Caladeran man has arrived from the south. The merchant says, "I have my wives and children to feed. You try to rob me blind." A trapper looks unimpressed. A trapper says, "I have myself to feed." Can we get a list here? Can't do that here. Dang, I was hoping we could sell... Sell what? Sell pelt. Can't do that here. Ugh. Maybe we'll find some place. Let's go south to the center of the market. The market is at its busiest here in the center. People move to and fro among the merchants, admiring the fine skins brought by the trappers, and the new items from the city that merchants carry. A soft breeze and the cool splashing of water from the fountain help keep down dust, and the cooling and the patches of soft grass offer a place to rest a moment before continuing on. A greystone fountain brims over with clean water. An Ethron boy laughs happily as he plays. A trapper walks past in good humor. An Ethron woman walks through the marketplace. A heavy-set man sits by the fountain, and we are hungry. Okay, nothing to do here. We'll go south. Let's see... Nothing terribly interesting description-wise. And Cancoran man walks through here, stopping to get some supplies. A merchant haggles furiously. We can't actually participate in the market. This is sad. Keep typing a list to see if we can, like, perhaps get some wares or something. Get a look at the merchant. The merchant's face is flushed as she argues down the price of the furs. She seems to be doing quite well, though, and is close to closing the deal. The merchant is in excellent condition. East is just another part of the market where we can hear the fountain from here. A human trapper haggles over the price of his furs. A merchant scans the marketplace, although again, I'm sure if we typed list, we would not be able to do anything. So this big section of the market is just kind of uninteractable by us. Here there's just a boy. Here, oh, this is a slightly different description. The market is calm here with very little activity to disturbing the quiet. The ground is soft with grass and this appears to be a nice spot to rest while looking around. Thick trees block the way north and add their cool shade to the area. The market continues to the south and east. A cat hides in the shadow of the homes. A fierce-looking human trapper rests for a moment. A short Ethron man sits under a nearby tree, playing music and singing. Alright. The last part of the market just seems to be the same as the others. Okay. Well, we don't need to feel pressured to go find, how to put it? We don't need to feel pressured to find, Core Thrandir anymore, because we don't even have the quest. So I guess we just keep exploring, eh? Hey! Oh, we are in Ylmira's jam shop. The shop is built within an old hollowed out tree which grows still around the tiny establishment. Small racks are set up around the room lined with jars of jam, each stoppered with white wax that is stamped with the jam maker's seal. A large counter dominates the rear of the room, and on it are a few colored bowls and glass vials used in the jam making process. Various pots are at a low boil in the area behind the counter, most with water, but a couple seem to be brewing something else. A small red rug muffles the steps of patrons in the store, and a few live plants adorn the room. A door opens to the south leading to Errol's marketplace, and a small ladder leads upwards. A cherub-cheeked Ethron woman busies herself behind the counter. Ylmiris tells you, "Hello there, I am looking for fruits to make jams with, so if you come across any, please bring them here. If I can do anything with them, I'll pay you for your effort." Let's try going up. We don't really have any fruit, so it's not like we can do anything with them. A small room. This small room is tiny but well built, allowing space for a dresser and a large bed nestled against the eastern wall. The walls are decorated with prints of colorful flowers, and the whole room has a very cozy feel. From here, it is easy to glance down into the main area of the shop, while in any part of the room. So I guess this is just where she sleeps? What if we searched here? Nothing. Oops, we can't go south. Of course, go down. Okay. So. Wait, why are we suddenly in a new map? Hold on. That was weird. I'm not sure why it did that. Hold on, guys. I gotta figure out how to do the map here. Okay, we just have to make 288, which goes to actually, I'm not really sure what happened. I think what happened is 289 needs to link to 288, but instead it created a new room 290, which we're gonna have to delete. Actually, let's just delete all of this and just remap it. Okay. Oh, we're hungry again. Wait, are we out of vegetables? Oh, we are. Alright, time to find out if we can eat the flour plain. You eat a sack of flour! Oh my goodness! Are we hungry anymore? We're not. We just consumed a sack of flour, guys. That's insane. Okay, we're gonna just... Oops. We're gonna manually connect these rooms, so we need to connect this one to 288. Well, it does. I don't know why it was being goofy there. Whatever. Further west, we find ourselves on a road. With a bunch of homes on either side. Bunch of houses on either side. East to the market, west is a bend in the road. Surrounding you are homes of various types and sizes. Arrow itself buses with energy with Ethron human inhabitants. This is mostly just not any new information. South goes to a road, so we'll go south. West is a closed door. South continues the road. A young human boy plays here quietly. A dog trots past. East is a thin road. Continuing down on the thin road. East further is an intersection. I see. It seems that the intersection just simply leads around in a circle like that. There's not actually any additional locations to go. Because the exit south here is a closed door, and the exit south here is another closed door. Whoops. Got a little goofy there. Okay. Hopefully that fixed it. Really trying to figure out if there's an exit from the city. Still on a thin road here. And this thin road just leads to a bunch of closed doors. Huh. I would have expected there to be like, kind of like Avendar, where there were multiple different exits from the city. But it seems like Arrow Village is just that, a village, and all of these other passageways are closed doors. Now I suppose we could try exploring some of them. Might as well. I was really disappointed we couldn't find any place to sell our pelts. But okay, for now, let's just start opening these doors. Oh, we can't open the door to the east? Or whoops. Shoot, I opened the door to the west. That was a mistake. There is no door to the west. Okay, let's what? Suddenly it put us somewhere new. Gosh darn it. Where did it put that? Right over here. I have no idea why it randomly added that in. Unless, hold on, what is this? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that shouldn't be there. The joys of getting your mapping program to work. Let's try this one more time. Okay, it seems to be working. We'll open west. Why do I keep doing that? Okay, Chezni, open east. I don't know why I am obsessed with getting my west and east mixed up, but I am. Okay. Hey, we did it. We're in a home. The home is worked into the trunk of a massive tree, seeming to grow with it rather than killing it. Various pieces of solid furniture set throughout the room, everything arranging to give the house a comfortable and relaxed feel. A small door leads to the west to the road, and a staircase leads upwards to a large bedroom. A merchant passes through here looking for a trapper. An Ethron woman sits here taking a rest. An Ethron woman straightens and tidies her house. I love it that a merchant somehow got stuck in here. Suppose we'll go up. We find ourselves in a home. The room is dark, with one small window looking south over the road. A heavy oak bed is set in the corner, covered in an old quilt, and a small dresser occupies the opposite corner. A staircase leads downwards to the main part of the house, the only apparent exit from this room. So it's just another home in that direction, but there wasn't even the ability to go up. Another home. A mother watches over her young baby. A small baby coos from his cradle. An elderly Aelin woman putters about her home. Now this room is slightly different. The floor of this fairly spacious stone cottage is made from sturdy polished wood. Occupying the center of the large room is a stout wooden table surrounded by 4 chairs. A bed stands in the southeast corner, canopied in fine silks, and opposite it, by the door, lies a copper wash basin on a simple stand. A cozy fireplace is set into the western wall, a comfortable couch in front of it. We find ourselves in the Jandiskan Kiln. This store has been refitted to support a large kiln and other pottery-related paraphernalia. It has been expanded upward as well as outward and painted in rich, earthy orange-brown. The west wall supports two respectable windows which flank its familiar doorway, giving the shop interior a healthy amount of natural light. The scent of the kiln and its heat fill the room, giving it a heavier feel during the summer months and a thick warmth during the winter. A series of small counters provide places for transactions to take place, as well as examples of the wares for sale. Outside to the west is Errol's marketplace. A Caledarian artisan tends the counter of his shop. Alajasi Chadirs. Oh, I cannot say that one. Chadirsa. Alajasi Chadirsa tells you, "Greetings and welcome to my shop. Please look around." Sure, what do you sell? Bunch of stuff we don't want. Bunch of stuff we can't afford. Look at that. Those cost platinum. Maybe we can sell our pelts to this guy. Nope. Uninterested. Not surprising. Back to the market in south takes us to some place called Laren's Forest Fashions. A small but attractive store, Laren's clothing shop has a prominent place in Errol's marketplace. Various articles of clothing are displayed throughout, showing off a variety of fabrics and styles. These are not the common items of the average citizen, though. Instead, they are expensive works of art from one of the few masters of the Ethron race. A small wooden counter sits at the back of the store, with much of the shop's interior left in the well-worn, homey style of the village. The shop is cool through much of the year, even during the summer, and the room is well ventilated to prevent stuffiness. To the north is the rest of Errol's market. A trim Ethron man folds clothes as he watches the counter. Laren tells you, "Greetings, my friend. Feel free to look around." Well, we don't have any real money, so we're gonna leave. We're gonna find out what some of these buildings are on the western path. Apparently this one is the town hall. The town hall is quiet, well insulated, so as to stop the noise from outside. Quiet. Well, I don't know if that's a proper sentence. The town hall is quiet and well insulated so as to stop the noise from outside. Many chairs have been left in rows, all facing north towards a small raised platform. The town hall is seldom used, as not many troubles plague the village, and the chairs seem to be growing a bit dusty. A set of double doors leads south to the road. Interesting. Yeah, this village doesn't really seem to need much governing. South is just another small home with a family inside and a cat. Oops. Don't want to quaff things. Here we find the Ethron leader's home. The home is quite well furnished with heavy oak chairs and a beautiful oak table in the middle of the room. A few delicately done paintings line the walls showing various scenes of Errol, one for each season. A small staircase leads upward to the bedroom, and a door to the south leads back to the street. Karenstam, the leader of Errol, sits here going over some papers. Let's look at Karenstam. The leader of Errol is an elderly Ethron, his pale green skin wrinkled and grayish in his age. But though his body is giving up to the ravages of time, his gaze remains clear and focused. And sparkling with intelligence, Karenstam is in excellent condition. He is using a two-handed glowing ivory staff. Going up, we find ourselves in a room that is much less richly furnished than downstairs. Most of the room taken up by a comfortable-looking bed. A small window to the south overlooks the street and the busy people below. Aside from a dresser, the only other thing of note is the stairs leading back down. A small wooden chest sticks out from under the bed. We will resist temptation. Again, Talaris will take food from a monastery, but he will not rob from a chest. Another home. Another home. Oh, here we find ourselves in the Bellefield Tavern. The Bellefield Tavern is a busy place set inside a beautiful oak tree. The tavern looks as if it had grown with the tree rather than killing it, and the polished bar along the north wall seems a natural extension of the tree itself. Many of the people of Errol come here to socialize and drink, and the room echoes with voices and laughter. A door to the west leads to a small hallway, and the bar continues up a wide staircase and to the south. Here, a young human boy plays quietly. An Ethron man lauds the quality of the Bellefield Tavern's cooking. An Ethron woman delights in the atmosphere of the tavern. A plump Ethron woman works behind the bar, preparing food and drinks. Emin the barkeep tells you, "Welcome to the Bellefield Tavern. I am Emin. What are you drinking?" Nothing, actually. Let's see here. Sell pelt? Nope. We'll try opening the door to the west and going west. Find ourselves in a small hallway. Maybe just find something else besides saying we find ourselves in a small hallway. From now on, I'm just going to say a small hallway. A small hallway. The hallway is clean but small, closed in on either side by the soft flowing wood of the tree to the Bellefield. Of the tree the Bellefield Tavern is built into. Every 10 handspans or so, a torch is set low into the wall. The result is a slightly smoky but warm hall, leading westward to an outside exit. To the east, a large carved oak door opens into the rest of the tavern, and south, another door guards the entrance to one of the rooms. So, to the east, a large... Looks like west the hallway continues, so... Same description as before. These are probably just tavern rooms. We'll open the door to the west, which leads to the brewery. Large wooden kegs lie stacked up against the makeshift wall, blocking the western tree trunks from view. Several large copper kettles are set over low burning fires, filling the area with scents of ale and wood smoke. Barrels are lined up by the northern wall. The tops lie askew to reveal the contents of yeast, barley, and hops. A rickety staircase leads downward into some sort of cellar, and to the south lies the field. The field? The field. What is the field? An Ethron man stands over the copper kettles, occasionally stirring the dark mixture. What is the field? Let's go south. We're literally in a field now. The field is encircled on 3 sides by the forest, making the area quiet and peaceful. The fields are neatly kept in even rows, and the plants seem to be doing well. The crops seem evenly divided between barley and hops, the barley growing in the more shady sections of the field. To the north lies the brewery for which these crops are intended, but no other exits are visible. Okay, so we're just in a field. Can we search the field? Can we harvest the field? Can't find it. Alright, fair enough. North and down. The cellar. Dark and rather damp, the cellar seems to have been roughly dug out of the dirt, leaving the walls a hard-packed mixture which doesn't seem too stable. The room is rather bare, with only a single torch by the staircase to give light. On the far side of the room is a line of large barrels, filled about halfway full with a translucent milky liquid. A yellowish foam coats the liquid, clinging wetly to the sides of the barrels. Aside from the staircase leading upwards to the brewery, there are no other exits. Alright, not really sure why that's there, but it is. A room in the Bellefield Tavern. The room is quite small and rather cozy, built as an extension as more merchants stopped in Errol to buy from the many traders here. The walls are made of thick solid wood, and parts of the room seem grown into the tree that the tavern was built into. The floor is covered in a thick, shaggy rug, which serves to muffle the footsteps within the room. To the north, the carved oaken door opens back to the hallway of the Baleful Tavern. A large and comfortable-looking bed is set against the wall. A small but sturdy dresser sits in the corner of the room. How are we thirsty again? We just drank from the jug. Oh, crud. The jug is empty. Well, there is that fountain, right? In the town square. At least we can quench our thirst there. Oh, and guys, I noticed that we dropped our bed, and I forgot to pick it up. So we are bedless. We are truly just roughing it out in the wild. Okay, this is probably just another tavern room, but we'll go check it out. Yep. How does she know our name? The barkeep knows our name. Good to see you, Talaris. Would a little of Errol's finest hit the spot? Can we... What is south? The tavern continues. Okay. This part of the tavern has a few tables, but the prime attraction seems to be a few painted wood dartboards set against the south wall. A woven mat has been set behind the board so that those not skilled at the game would not stab the tree that houses the tavern. The comfortable, homey feeling of the inn still pervades this part of the room, and the atmosphere is light and easygoing. The main entrance to the tavern lies to the north. Past the bustling tables, a man carefully aims at the dartboard. Finn's Fine Furniture. The walls of the store are covered in large dark red woven tapestries that bring out the warm grain in the furniture scattered about. The floor is well polished and small rugs are set around the room for the chairs and tables to be displayed upon. A small enchanted stone glimmers from its place in the center of the ceiling, providing soft light throughout the cozy shop. Dominating the northern wall is a large, heavy oak door. A dog trots past. An older Ethron man is here working on a piece of furniture. Can we get a list? Can't actually buy anything here. Okay. Another home with a housewife. The Housewives of Enril. North is another home. South. Another home. With a cat. Oh boy. The mapper got a little confused here. I think. Or did it? Hold on. Oh no, it didn't. I'm the one who got confused. Why did it extend? Oh, it extended because it added in room 307. Okay. Wait, we can't open south? Hold on. Gotta remove that door. Okay, why can't we open south? Does the road continue to the south? Oh, to the south is simply the entrance to Errol Village. Okay. Well, that's good, because I was a little concerned that there wasn't actually... Oh my goodness, what's going on here? Hold on, guys. Maverick decided to sabotage everything. Oop. We don't want that. What's going on here? Okay, that should fix it. Oh, goodness. Okay, seems to be working now. North is surprisingly another home. Wait, we can't. Gosh darn it. I think there's doors here and there's not a door. This just leads further on to the path. Okay. Yeah, for some reason I missed that. A home, and a home. But we do have this path to the south that we can continue to explore. The description just says that it seems to be calmer here. The path breaks from the main road, seeming seldom used, and is barely visible as it cuts through the trees. It seems calmer here, the bustling of the village left behind. The path leads west, back to the main road, and to the north and south lie the doorways of some homes. To the north is another small home. However, this seems to have a slightly different description than the others. You are in a small, sturdy home made of logs. The dark interior lit by a few candles scattered about the room. Well-built furniture, large and comfortable looking, has been set around the room, and a few books lie on the sole chair. A shaggy old carpet covers the floor and muffles any sound of footsteps that would break the sense of peace. The doorway leading to the trail back to Errol is to the south, the only apparent exit from this room. However, there is a Caladeran man quietly studying a scroll here. Can we look at the scroll? Nope. What if we look at the man? The Caladeran man sits in deep contemplation as he reads over a long scroll. His tall body is easily held by the large chair he sits in, and the chair and all other furniture look specially sized for the man. The Caladeran man is in excellent condition, because there's nothing we can really do here. And this room doesn't seem particularly important. Well, that's the whole village. A lot of rooms that really didn't, really don't do anything, but that's okay. It helps bring a realisticness to the village. There certainly were a couple shops, but nothing that seemed particularly useful to us as far as purchasing. And then south leads to the entrance of Errol Village. Two tall, majestic trees are on either side of the pathway leading north into the village. The oaks look ancient and strong, their wide trunks many paces across. A small rope ladder leads up into the network of thick branches where guards are sometimes stationed on lookout. The path winds back south into the heart of the Nendor woods. A human trapper walks through the village. A gate guard stands at attention, watching the surrounded forest intently. Now, interestingly, we can go up here. So I guess if we go up, we find ourselves on an outlook. A small platform has been built up in the oak tree, so well formed and like the surrounding branches that it is all but invisible from below. Through the leaves surrounding this spot, you have a beautiful view to the southeast of the woods of Nendor, and further east you see the faint signs of what may be Varbandor. North, the small village bustles with activity, but it is mostly screened from view by the other trees. Cool. Alright, we'll go south. Find yourself on a light path. The trees that line the path are old and healthy looking, a mix of oak, beech, and evergreen. To the north you hear the sounds of activity and the distinctive noises only a village can make. South, the path continues winding its way into the main part of the woods of Nendor. Yeah, again, I know that, technically we could have made a new map for the village of Errol, but I don't really feel that bad including it in Nendor. It's kind of like the monastery. It just feels, because all the descriptions kept referencing the forest, it just felt like it made sense to keep it attached to the map of Nendor. Because going south, again, we find ourselves in the forest. So, yep, alright, well. Since we're here, might as well find out where this path leads. Still on a light path. Ooh, and we're hungry. We should probably go back to the monastery, honestly. And stock up on some supplies. It's still just amazingly huge that we've found a source of food that doesn't require us to fight things. It's really the big one, right? We're not getting murdered while we're harvesting this food. And it's guaranteed. Like, unlike the monsters where we had to just hope they drop something, this is a lot more, well, it is guaranteed as long as the node is active. And it gets even better because when we come over here and go down into the cellar and harvest the crates for flour, which is pretty cool. I mean, this is like, the monastery is like the food node. Especially to someone like us who has no clue what we're doing. So we've got 2 jars of apple preserves, 1 sack of flour. I think also probably an important thing to note about the carrots and stuff, the carrots and the flour and the preserves, is that unlike the squirrel brains or fox tails that we were consuming, those things seem to disintegrate fairly quickly, like within a couple of in-game hours, which is about 5 or 10 minutes of real life, if even. So, but with the preserves and the vegetables and the flour, we can take them with us, allowing us to explore further, which is pretty big. We've really explored a lot here. I know there's still sections of Nendor that we haven't, like this main chunk of the forest here. Like down here we haven't explored. whatever that is, and a couple paths over here. Although, if memory serves correctly, we don't want to, hold on here. We don't want to go south here, because that's where the supposedly just death awaits us. And certainly we need to be mindful of the barrows. Well, we found peppercorns. That doesn't seem like a good thing to take with us to eat. That seems like eating just plain peppercorns would be painful. And then we have this weird section where there are mushrooms, and then this section up here where there are bandits. And then those two sections that lead east lead into the hills. We found saffron, guys. I feel bad, like, we can't actually cook with this. Talaris is just a savage. He just crams this stuff in his mouth. Doesn't even bother trying to cook. More saffron. Let's see here. So we have 2 pinches of saffron, a handful of peppercorns. Let's identify the peppercorns. Just food. It's a spice, apparently. You know, what happens if we eat the peppercorns? This is going to be a terrible ordeal. Oh dear. You eat a handful of dried peppercorns. You are hungry. The pepper crunches loudly in your teeth, releasing a burst of dry, hot spiciness. We're still hungry, though. That makes sense. We can eat the saffron. You eat a pinch of saffron. Saffron crumbles into powder on your tongue, floury, dusty, and somewhat sweet. But now we're immediately hungry again. Oh no, wait, it's giving us a different search command. It said we went over the area inch by inch. But earlier it said we were searching the shelves. Are we no longer able to search the shelves? Have we taken everything? That would be unfortunate. Oh, we left a jar here. Oh no! It's just saying you go over the surrounding area inch by inch. We must not be able to search the shelves anymore. We've taken everything, guys. Well, I suppose we'll just have to make it work with what we have. Not that we have a small amount of things. We don't. We have quite a bit here. I think we'll be fine. All right. Pressing onward, we are a light path. The oak and beech trees that line the path look older as the path heads west, and in that direction you can hear the faint noise of activity. The path is well used and seems oft traveled, cutting a thick and definite line through the surrounding forest. This part of the forest is lacking in undergrowth, either from outright culling on the part of travelers or just from a fairly large body of pedestrian travel. The wind rustles the leaves in the trees here, and the sounds and signs of game are abundantly present. Huh. Now we're in some thick woods. It makes me think we might be somewhere around here. I'm not sure. This is a new room though, so we will continue to treat it as a new room. But it says a path through the thick woods. A wide path cuts a swath through the thick undergrowth. Tall trees of all sorts of varieties spring up along the path. The sky is visible, foliage doing little to obscure it. Footprints and wagon ruts mar the dirt path, showing it has been recently traveled. The density of the elms and oaks along the path makes stepping off it most difficult. Uh-oh. Yeah. See, this isn't a new room. Okay, so we popped out here. That's fine. We just need to find a way to make those connect. This is wherever the mapping is going to get a little tricky. Perhaps I should have made a new area. One, 2, 3. Remember that, guys. We moved it up 3. One, 2, 3. Okay. Oh, what's going on here? I think I accidentally double-clicked and Talaris tried to jet on out. Okay, if we put it like that, it lines up well enough. Mostly I just need enough room to put this down one. And then over a lot. It's like this probably is somewhere around here. Maybe even right here. I'm not entirely sure. Let's test that out. Whoa, where are we? I don't know where we are anymore, guys. Maybe we should just count how many times it takes us to go west. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we'll just put that on the map then. So 1, 2, 3, and we'll manually connect these. Okay. Now the trick is going to be figuring out how these rooms connect with these rooms. And that will be quite the trick. Anyway, all of these rooms just seem to be things like a quick path through the forest or a shaded path through the forest. I won't bother reading the description because we've read plenty of the descriptions of Nendor before. And these are just very much the same. Okay. Going north, we are on a game trail. Footprints of deer and other smaller animals mark the trail. The trail itself is thin. Tall Nendoran oaks encroaching upon the well-worn path. The foliage blocks out most of the light. The trail is dim. If we go north, do we end up... I'm just going to go north a couple times and see if we end up somewhere new. Find yourself in a trapper camp. Well, this is all very confusing. Now I really am regretting not making this a new area. This is looking like we should have to make things simpler. Like, I don't know how we're supposed to make this map make sense anymore. We might not be able to. Okay, time to find out how to set a map to a new area? Nah, you know what? I'll mess with that on my own time. I'll figure that out. For now, we can just keep going. We don't need to waste time doing this. What do we want to do? We've explored all of Errol. And found these winding paths into the forest. And this seems to lead somewhere completely different, so I'm going to put this down like that. But otherwise, I mean, what do we do? I guess it's kind of weird. We found our food source. And that has sort of taken a lot of the tension out of the game. We had a very clear objective before. It was find food. But we no longer need to do that. Well, I mean, we can still acquire the food. It's just that... Wait, what? We can still acquire the food. It's just that, there's no longer the sense of uncertainty. I suppose we could keep exploring Nendor over here. Although I don't wonder if the map is going to cooperate. Well, let's just map what we have. Okay, so our game trail here, if we go north, continues on a game trail. However, through the trees to the north, you can make out signs of a camp. The smell of smoke wafts in the air. The trapper camp. Wooden boards with skins nailed to them are set up about this clearing in the forest. Trappers busy themselves with skinning and cleaning their recent catches. Very little grass grows in this clearing, having been worn away by the foot traffic of the camp. Scattered about are lengths of tough rope for making snares, tents, and lean-tos dot the clearing, occupied by wearied hunters. A game trail is visible through the southern underbrush, and a shed stands to the north. A blazing fire is visible in the center of the camp to the west. A trapper mills about the camp, seeing to his hides. To the north is a closed door. It's the tanning shed. The shed is constructed of sturdy timber meant to protect the hides from the elements until they are ready to be dried off. A large barrel filled with liquids sits in the center of the shed, several hides laying upon it. A large door in creaking hinges allows the trapper entrance and egress to the shed and the hides within. Can we look at the barrel? I do not see the barrel here. What if we search? Go over the area inch by inch. Okay. That doesn't really seem like there's anything there. The trapper camp continues to the west here. A tall man stands here, watching the activity of the camp warily. An old trapper sits here, warming himself by the fire. A trapper mills about the camp, seeing to his hides. A large fire roars in the center of the clearing, with many trappers warming themselves by it. North is the trapper camp, still, with nothing particularly interesting in this particular section. West. The camp continues, although it does say the Dantarn River runs to the west, rafts tied at its bank, waiting to sail the hides to Avendar for sale. A shed stands to the northwest corner of the map. The door opens. A trapper closes the door. Seems like there's a door to the north. We're close to the Avendar River. I remember that the river, like, Avendar is up here somewhere. I know you can't really see my mouse very well. And then the river went up and down like that. Which is interesting because we must have crossed the river at some point to get to the monastery, but I don't remember it mentioning that. But, oh well. Let's open the door to the north. And see what's up there. The curing shed. The shed is constructed of sturdy timber meant to protect the hides from the elements until they are ready to be tanned or dried. A large stack of hides occupies the room, piled hair side down and heavily salted. The pile is tilted? I think this is. A pile is tilted slightly to prevent the pooling of fluids from the bottom pelts. A large hinged door marks the exit south. Oh, and we can't go west because we need a boat. Still on a game trail here. Uh-oh. Yep, we found where the paths connect again. Wait. This is super confusing. If I'm reading this correctly, this right here, 349, connects to 122. But 359 connects to 211. I don't even. We gotta make sure that's true. Oh crap. Typed in the wrong number. Hang on. I know you can't see the windows, but I'm altering the doorways and the exits here. Okay. Let's confirm that this is actually how this works. Wait, are we jumping? We're jumping. I don't know why we're still jumping here. Clearly I've done something wrong. Yeah, but look at that. Wait, does that mean... I can't figure out if Avendar has just been mapped goofily here in a way that doesn't make sense, or whether I've done something wrong. Yeah, okay. So 359 is actually 211. So I just need to move this over here. And then we'll just merge those rooms. Okay, that should fix the problem. Wait, what? Why does it think... Why does it think you can't go from 211 to 128? There we go. Alright, back to mapping. A thickly wooded forest. Ooh, a lark flies about. It's been so long since we fought something. Let's fight this lark. Congratulations, guys. We were able to kill a lark. Oh, I think you probably already figured it out by looking at the score screen every time I typed it in, or perhaps when I read the rumors on the Avendar page. But we hit level 12 off camera while I was doing the tutorial and setting things up for the tutorial. But yeah, congratulations us. We're level 12. Which is probably why we're getting no EXP from fighting larks now. So we have to move on with our lives. Larks are no longer suitable monsters to even get the barest amount of experience points. Okay, what I'm thinking is 360 might connect to 320 or 221. Yep. Okay. Good guess, good guess. We just need to shift this over a little bit. And we'll make sure to connect these. Okay. The map is still very goofy. But at least we're getting the proper connections made, right? Pardon me. Shouldn't drink things with carbon. Oh. This path leads to the entrance to the Ranger Guild. A carving on a tree reveals this to be the location of the Band of Fabled Rangers of Nendor, one of the oldest bodies of its kind in Avendar. The trail into the guild has been cleared of brambles or other entangling undergrowth, and the trees grow on either side of the main path. To the south, the trail leads into the guild proper, while the main path lies north. A Nendoran ranger guards the entrance to the glade. He's probably not going to let us through, is he? Yeah. Says, you are not allowed entrance to the glade. Fine. We find ourselves in a thickly wooded forest. with our only exits being south and west. I'm gonna scan. I'm gonna scan south. I'm like super nervous. How is it that there are two... This is so confusing. There are two spaces south, but there's this, right? In the way? Avendar is a strange place indeed. The woods of Nendor are a strange place indeed. Like, it would make everything easier if it just... Yeah, it just... None of this makes any sense. Like, how can this game trail connect over here like that without going woo like that? Oh well. Nothing particularly interesting here. Although I do feel like we should cast wings, just in case we need to fly out of a path that just drops us down to our death. We're in a small clearing. This grassy clearing is obviously frequented by animal life. The grass is trampled down by many animal tracks, leading into and out of the underbrush surrounding the clearing. The bark upon the trunks of one of the nearby elms is slashed, a marker of some sort. The faint chirping of birds is audible from the clearing. Northwards, the trees are less dense, allowing egress from the clearing. So we're just in a clearing. Alright. Uh-oh. The mapper got very confused here. Not sure why it did that. Let's just delete this, maybe? Hold on. Now I'm confused. Alright, fine. Let's just delete everything. Let's remap all of this. There. That works. It's weird. Okay, so up here is a game trail. The footprints of a deer. Yeah, it's just the same description as the other game trail. Although it does say orange flowers grow in among the underbrush, though none seem to be in reach. I'm gonna change the color of this room to orange to signify the orange flowers. But yeah, interestingly, it says it's a game trail, but there's no other path. It's also super confusing because it's actually not connected here. So we'll need to drop it down like this. Okay, and from here we'll just keep exploring the area. Oh, shoot. These aren't new rooms. So now I'm very confused. How does 367... What is 367? 367 seems to be... Is it actually this? I bet it is. Yep. Okay. Wait, what? We're tied up? Why are we tied? Wait, a ranger... Hold on. You no longer accept followers. You now accept followers. What? You feel something catch your foot. A loop of rope tightens about your ankle, pulling you up in the air. What? We've been captured. Look at rope. Look, rope. A tough length of rope makes up the snare. Well, let's cast Immolate on the rope. You can't concentrate like this. Okay. Well, we have a dagger. Use dagger, rope. Kill rope? They aren't here. Use dagger. Swing dagger? Cut rope. You missed the rope. Okay, we'll just cut the rope again. Oh no. You cut the rope and fall down to the earth. Ow. Your fall mutilates you. We take 42 damage. Well, that's something that I didn't expect. I guess we'll have to keep an eye out for that. Okay, I think I've fixed the map now. Wait, what? Oh gosh. This is terrible. Guys, we're stuck in a bear trap. Ow. Took like 70 damage. You step on something hard. The jaws of bear trap close around your leg with a sickening snap. Ugh. Open trap? You strain, but you fail to pry the trap open. Okay, I'm going to cast Burnout to heal ourselves. The pain of the bear trap disrupts your concentration. Okay, open trap. We're too weak, guys. We can't open the trap. We're not strong enough. What do we do? I guess we just keep trying. We're not really getting any success here. I don't actually know what else to do. I mean, how do you get out of a bear trap? You just have to open it, right? Maybe we can cut the trap? Kill the trap? Attack trap. Break trap? Trap. A trapper arrives. A trapper's eyes widen in surprise as he sees you. A trapper mutters under his breath, prying you free of the bear trap. He says, "Now get out of here. Watch where you step next time." He resets the bear trap and walks back to his camp, grumbling under his breath. Oh my goodness, that's funny. I guess we'll have to watch out for that. Wow. Let's cast Burnout now before we get stuck in another bear trap. That was pretty funny. Okay, let's go back to trying to fix the map here. So that kind of makes it work, although it's still incredibly confusing what's going on down here. Like, super incredibly confusing. I mean, it kind of works. Ugh. It's just that. That right there is screwing everything up. But as far as I can tell, that's how the map works. Uh-oh, we might have a duplicate room here. No? I don't know why it's showing... It's showing like an unknown room, right? Like a room that we don't know how to get to. But we have... There are no unknown rooms to the south, as far as I know. Oh, no, that's a new room. This is just going to make everything confusing. Oh no, wait, what? Flee! Flee! Wait, what? What's happening? Hold on. What happened here? A lot of things suddenly... Okay. We were going down south through a thickly wooded forest, and I wasn't reading the description because it just seemed to be the same as the others. But actually, I probably should have been, because... Okay, first there were ruts mar the dirt path, showing it has been recently traveled. But then when we went south... let's see... Bits of light finding a worth through the verdant foliage. To the south, the forest grows dark and twisted, and the stench of decay and rot can be clearly detected. No animal tracks whatsoever lead to this area, as if all life shuns the decay. I should have paid attention to that, because that's one of those zones of death. So we should probably make a proper color to signify the danger. We'll make it black? That seems like a bad idea. Makes that hard to see. Let's make it dark purple. Not the best color, but it'll do for now. But yeah, what happened to us? We went down into it. It says we found ourselves in the dark forest. The forest continues all about, almost seeming to entwine itself behind you. The forest is dark now. Very little light penetrates through the canopy of leaves. The branches about you seem to reach out for something, their forms twisted as if in agony. The ground beneath you looks damp and mossy, becoming more so to the south. The stench of decay is heavy in the air, the smell almost overpowering. Brown doe walks here, ears perked up alertly. A twisted sapling stands here, writhing in anguish. Druid of Nendor walks quietly. A twisted sapling stands here. Twisted sapling's feeble slashing limb damages you. One of the saplings begins to thrash wildly, branches surging for flesh. And then this sapling went crazy and just started hitting us. And then we ran away. Super cool. Alright. Again, this map isn't making a ton of sense, but that's okay. We'll fix it in time. So we'll notice, so that must be what the whole this way lies death kind of thing that we kept seeing the signs for. Oh look, here's a sign. I think there was a sign. I thought I read that there was a sign. Yeah, a small wooden sign is planted in the soil by the trail. Read sign. Death lies to the south. West was a game trail leading up to a shallow stream. This tributary of the Dantaran River flows gently along the woods of Nendor. The banks are covered with thick trees, but the branches seem to hang back from the center of the stream, ensuring that it is well lit. The water is cool and unusually clear, even for Dantaran. Below the water, stony rocks litter the stream bottom, most worn smooth by the passing of the river. A break in the trees is visible in the eastern bank, well traveled by the animals of the forest. There is a wolf here. It's probably not a good thing. A sparrow flitting about. Can we drink from the stream? Oh cool, we can. So we'll fill the jug in the stream. We do want to leave though before that wolf decides that he is actually hungry. So let's go west. Still at a shallow stream. Now we find ourselves at a quiet pool. A cool natural spring is the source for both this pool and the small stream which flows off to the north. Plant life along the banks of the pool has been trampled down by passing wildlife seeking water. Rounded rocks worn over by the running water are visible within the crystal pool. Moss gathers where water meets earth, providing home to tadpoles and other aquatic life. There's a ranger, a druid, and a frog here. Hate to be mean, but let's kill the frog. Aha! We got frog legs. We're gonna eat those frog legs. Okay. So this is just a quiet pool. I don't really know. Maybe we could look at the pool. A natural spring bubbles up in the center of this pool, providing fresh, clean water. Okay, we'll drink from the pool. I guess there really isn't any other reason to be here. And south simply leads us to a part of the stream that just has no other location. I'm gonna have a lot of things I need to fix. That's okay, I'll figure it out. Wait, there's a sign here. Oh, this sign says death to the south? Interesting. There's two signs that say death to the south. Going off this part of the trail, we're above a verdant dell. A small side path winds its way through heavy underbrush of ferns and briars here, growing more and more mossy as it descends into a cleft-like dell to the north. Tall oaks arch overhead, and the air is filled with the smells of the earth and the forest. The thick foliage above nearly blocks out the sky, and the occasional rustle of leaves whisper through the air. The path widens as it intersects with another to the north. A hefty branch has fallen across the trail in one place, the old wood rotten and spongy. So we can go down into the dell. Let's see, this heavily wooded dell is almost a cleft in the ground, the earthy walls rising sharply all around the bowl-shaped depression. Predominantly walled in with ferns and creeping briars, the dell is filled with the earthy smells of uninhibited growth. Tall oaks arch together overhead. A slab of green speckled malachite juts from the most level space in the center of the clearing, seeming to spring from the very foundations of the earth. The flora all about seem to strain and reach, each leaf, branch, and stalk bent towards the altar-like stone. A small moss-covered path climbs its way out of the dell, rising to the north. A low slab of green speckled malachite serves as an altar. Exhibiting a white aura, a healer druid of the Nendoran order tends to the dell. Let's look at the druid. A slender Caladarn dressed in the robes of the Nendoran order tends to the altar here, his slight frame speaking of scholarly lifestyle. Bark-like skin and dusty green hair are typical of the race, as are his wide brown eyes. A magnificent beard curls from his chin down over his chest, twigs and branches snagged in the tangle of hair. An Nendoran healer is in excellent condition. He is wearing a woven mantle of pine needles and a pitted, bleached staff. I don't think we really have anything to do here, so we're going to go up. And interesting that there is an altar in the middle of the Forest of Nendor. How do we manage this, though? I guess we need to find out what that is. This room right here. Oh, right. You can't go south. I guess that's that. The most of the western side has been fully explored now. I really don't like the way that the map lines up here, though. As far as I can tell, it's accurate, right? Well, wait. Where are we now? Wait, hold up. Oh, it says 347 is to the south? How does any of this make sense? Guys, we go from 358 south and end up here. Wait, what? One square west takes us, it jumps. It's not possible to get to 374. Oh, right, because it's not actually connected. And that doesn't make any sense either. Wait, why can't we go south? Because it's west. Okay. Slowly. Slowly we will get there. That's the part that gets me. It's that part right there. I think that's throwing everything off. Oh, and I might have found the problem. I think I mapped this wrong. Not surprisingly, considering the goofy things we've been seeing here. If I'm reading this correctly, this is saying that this comes up north. I think I have a repeated room, is what it is. I've wasted enough time on this. Again, I'll fix this off camera. Sorry about the wait, guys. We've done so much, yet accomplished so little. We have discovered the dangers of the Forest of Death. That was exciting. Nendor doesn't really seem to have that much more that we would want to go explore. What's our goal now? We should pick a goal. Well, I'm taking the long way. I just wanted to get back to the monastery. We'll just harvest our food here. Okay, I think we're going to take a quick pause here. I'm going to figure out how to fix whatever the heck was going on with the southern map. We might be back in a moment, but if not, have a great week. Otherwise, stay tuned.